So I just got off the phone with our financial advisor, and he really gave me a great idea to go ahead and talk about our finances with you guys, to a certain limit, of course. But he thinks that it's something that people should hear, and I agree with him. So we're going to let you know how we're affording to do this. And others, I've seen a lot of YouTubers actually go down this alley here and talk about it, and the sky's the limit. You'll always hear that, do you want to be on a top ramen budget, or do you want to be on a caviar kind of budget? We're budgeting in about $15,000 a year, and it's been pretty difficult so far to establish what we're spending. There's been a lot of upgrades going on the boat, and as we're just getting this ball rolling, there's been a lot of spending, I'll admit it, and but at the same time, we're trying to eat on the boat, not go out and eat, and just kind of try to dwindle down any other costs. Now that we're living on a boat, there's not all those big electric bills and gas bills and things of that nature. We've canceled most of our insurances for the home insurance. I had a life insurance policy that I ended up canceling. Maybe I should have kept that one. But things like that, just to really try to dwindle down our bills. And so the only bill that we have is our cell phone bills, insurance on our Forerunner, Netflix. But even the cell phones and the Netflix, that'll be dwindled down once we cut the lines and go to Mexico. Now, where did we come up with our money? Well, it mainly came from the sale of our home. So there was some equity there, and what we're doing is we're taking a chunk of that, and we're investing it while we're gone, something to come back to, and taking another chunk, and we're just going to go spend it. That's what's financing this trip. As soon as we sold our home, we decided that we did need to come back with some sort of money. We didn't want to spend every last dollar that we had. We're 40 years old. We're going to have to get back into the workforce at some time and, start our lives again. And we're not too sure if it's going to be on land or water. Our boat is paid off, so we will have this home. If we do want to move back onto land, some of the money that we can come up with to restart life on land will come from selling the boat. So that's a nice little chunk of money to do something with. Maybe get another vehicle or a down payment on a house, and then also our little nest egg of savings that we can start to draw from to help assist getting life started again. We will have retirement funds set up as well. Are we going to be rich? No, I don't think anybody, any average person at least, can quit their jobs at 40 years old and live a rich retirement. But there's just something I think maybe spiritual or something that I just can't place that has more fulfillment, for me at least. That's, I think, really what I was seeking. We're not huge materialistic people, and so having a little bit of money will go a long ways, I think. And so anyway, like I said, we're going to try to go for about $15,000 a year. I think here, now that some of these projects are getting wrapped up, starting probably in spring, I'm really going to start to document what we're spending and try to dial it in, maybe give ourselves an allowance if I need to. I'm not too sure how I'm going to go about it. Whatever your purchase price of your boat is, put aside 20% for upgrades, just right out the gate. And even though we bought this boat, it already had $100,000 of upgrades. There was still, I'd say we still put, at this stage, probably $15,000 into it. And I think we're getting to where there's nothing really big. I still want to buy an anchor. I think most of our rigging is done. So there'll be a few other purchases. We got the dinghy now, our canvas is done. So that's nice, but there's going to be surprises. We've done well with contributing to our 401ks. Always been mindful of that, to at least try to put something in there. If you have an employer match, at least do that. At least put enough money in there to where you can get your free money from your employer. I mean, it's a benefit. It's part of your package. Do it. Make it hurt. You can always back off a little bit, but make sure you're getting that free money from your employer. That's very important. The money that we have saved right now, I highly doubt it can last that long. Like I said, our budget is projected for 5 years, and once that happens, I'm not exactly sure what the plan is, but stay out of debt, guys, if you can avoid it. Pay cash for that new TV or that new cell phone. Don't get yourself caught up into where you have 20 different bills that are eating you up every month. It's really important that you stay out of that. It's a road that it's hard to come back from. And I will tell you from experience, you have so much more money when you don't have a ton of bills. I felt like I was still buying just as much as I would have if I had a credit card, but by paying cash, I wasn't paying that interest, and it was just done and over with. And so I never had to revisit a payment next month. But I think I also found that I just didn't want to buy as much stuff after that. Your money is hard to come by, and when you see that value in your savings account, you don't want it to go down. Stay out of debt, guys. It's going to be a life changer. You'll have a lot more money to your name, and hopefully you can retire early too. This retirement's not going to be permanent. I highly doubt it. Maybe we can make it last, to where I don't have to go back to work, but I don't see how that's really going to happen. Unless we just lived on the boat off an island for the rest of our life. That's a possibility, I guess. we're going to go until the money runs out. I don't really expect the YouTube channel to take off to where I'm making money. My camera gear is quite limited, and there's plenty of other YouTubers out there that are making some pretty excellent videos. But I'm going to continue having fun with the YouTube, and we'll see where it goes. Anyway, guys, I hope this has been helpful. I'll give you a little more insight to what we're doing, what we're about, and how we're funding this whole thing. Good luck to you, if this is something you want to do. And it's not easy. It's been extremely scary to quit your job and say, this is how much money I have. No more money is coming in. This is it. And just to leave your 20-year career behind and move forward with this adventure. There's so many emotions that are attributed to this, and I don't regret it one bit. We're still early in this, but I felt like selling the house was kind of the peak of emotions, and once that was complete and the tears were out and the sleepless nights were kind of going behind us, that it's been a lot more fun and rewarding. Not having to wake up to go to work on Monday or worry about traffic. Oh, that's the worst. There is still that kind of lump in your throat of, what did I do? Or, what are we going to do for money? But it's okay. Right now, it's okay. There should be no real reason for alarms going off other than, what you would expect. But it's doable. It's totally doable. There's plenty of people doing it. And, if this is something you want to do, go for it. There's never a perfect time. Now, that is the best tip I have for you, I think. There's never a perfect time. If you are sitting around waiting for that perfect time, something else is going to come along and make it not a perfect time. So just go for it. Just, start taking those steps and move forward, whatever those steps are. Just keep pushing your dream and make it happen. Nobody's going to do it for you. Let's say that. And it's most likely not going to be easy for the most of us, at least. But it's doable. It's achievable. Be mindful about what you're spending, and don't finance anything, guys. All right, I'll talk to you later.